What if you could teleport yourself anywhere instantly? Imagine waking up one morning and instead of the usual snooze button, you press a magical button that zaps you straight to the Bahamas, or maybe to the moon, or to your boss's office, just to see what they're really doing when they say they're busy. Sounds like a superpower straight out of a comic book, right? Well, what if I told you that this isn't just a fantasy? What if teleportation was real and you could do it anytime you wanted? Buckle up. This is going to be a wild ride through the possibilities, the problems, and the hilarious chaos that would ensue. The instant vacation. First off, let's talk about vacations. No more packing suitcases until your back screams for mercy. No more airport security pat-downs that make you feel like a criminal. Just think. 1 second you're stuck in traffic on your way home from work, and the next, poof, you're sipping a piña colada on a beach in Bali. Want to skip winter entirely? Teleport to the Caribbean during January. Tired of your city's smog? Instantly appear in the Swiss Alps, or at least somewhere with cleaner air. But here's the catch. Imagine how many people would teleport into their boss's office just to give them a surprise visit, or maybe just to see if they're really working, or secretly binge-watching cat videos. And what about teleporting into your ex's house? That could go either way, awkwardly hilarious or downright dangerous. The Great Commute Escape. Speaking of commuting, teleportation would revolutionize daily life. No more traffic jams, no more crowded trains where everyone is pretending not to notice each other's sweaty armpits. Just think, wake up, teleport to work, or even better, teleport directly into your chair at work, and then teleport back home when done. It's like having your own personal Uber that doesn't charge by the mile but by the giggle. But wait, what happens if everyone does this at once? Imagine millions of people suddenly appearing in their offices or homes simultaneously. It would be chaos. Airports would turn into ghost towns because nobody needs flights anymore, and cities might need new rules. Teleport zones instead of bike lanes. The hilarious hazards. Now, let's get real for a second. Teleportation sounds amazing until you realize it might have some unexpected side effects. For example, teleporting into solid objects. Ever tried walking through a wall? Well, with teleportation, it might happen accidentally, especially if you're rushing out of bed and not paying attention. Imagine materializing inside your fridge, or worse, inside your bathroom mirror, teleporting with luggage. You want to go on vacation but forgot about your suitcase. Suddenly appearing without your essentials could be problematic. Or worse, teleporting into someone else's house because they have the same address as yours. Happens more often than you think. Teleportation fatigue. Imagine doing it too often and getting dizzy or disoriented. You might end up in places you didn't intend, like inside a swimming pool or on top of a skyscraper. Unwanted guests. What if someone else can also teleport? Suddenly, your privacy becomes, well, non-existent. Your neighbor could pop in unannounced just because they felt like it. The ethical dilemmas. Beyond the hilarious mishaps, there are some serious questions. Security concerns. If anyone can teleport anywhere instantly, how do we prevent bad guys from robbing banks or sneaking into government buildings? Maybe we'd need teleportation licenses or some kind of security checkpoints. Privacy issues. Imagine someone teleporting into your house while you're in pajamas eating cereal at 3 a.m. Creepy much? Environmental impact. If millions start teleporting all over the place daily, what happens to energy consumption? Would this cause blackouts or strange phenomena like teleportation storms? Probably not, but wouldn't it be fun to imagine? The social impact. Let's talk about society for a moment. Dating apps, Forget swiping left or right. Now you can instantly meet someone face to face or face to multi-dimensional hologram. First date at the Eiffel Tower. Done. Second date on Mars. Why not? Global friendships. Borders become meaningless when distance is no longer an issue. You could visit friends across continents in seconds. No passport required. But maybe some customs checks for interplanetary travel. Work from anywhere. Remote work becomes really remote. Like from another galaxy remote. Just imagine attending meetings while floating in space. The future of teleportation. Of course, all these scenarios depend on whether teleportation is even possible according to physics. Spoiler, we don't know yet. But scientists are exploring concepts like quantum entanglement and wormholes, which sound like fancy sci-fi words, but might someday lead us closer to this reality. If we ever figure out how to do it safely and reliably, life as we know it will change forever. No more waiting for packages. Just teleport them directly into your living room. Emergency services could respond instantly. People could explore distant planets without leaving Earth, or even without leaving their couch. And yet, there's always that nagging question. Would we still appreciate things as much if they were always just a second away? Maybe part of life's charm is waiting patiently for something exciting. Final thoughts. So what if you could teleport anywhere instantly? Would you become an unstoppable adventurer or just use it for sneaky naps during meetings? Would society thrive with such freedom or descend into chaos? One thing's for sure, whether it's used for epic adventures or silly pranks, teleportation would turn our world upside down or right side up. And who knows? Maybe someday soon we'll all be zipping around faster than light. Well, probably not faster than light because physics has rules for now. But hey, dreaming big is free. Until then, keep imagining those wild possibilities, because sometimes reality is only limited by our imagination, and maybe some pesky laws of physics. Subscribe and click like if you want to watch new videos on this channel.